Hello and welcome to another episode of Prep, Set, Go. In this week's episode, we'll be introducing RLA's FirePro FR, so let's jump straight in. FirePro FR is a water-based, fire-rated intrumescent sealant designed for application to internal and external joints, junctions, and penetrations requiring fire-resistant sealing. When exposed to fire, the FirePro FR sealant expands to form an inorganic plug, effectively preventing fire transmission across partitions and buildings. As it prevents fire, heat and smoke from passing through joints, it slows the fire spread to allow sufficient time for people to exit the building. FirePro FR meets the AS 1530.4 1999 standard, providing fire ratings up to 4 hours. Common areas for use of FirePro FR include joints between concrete, plasterboard, blockwork, fibre cement, Hebel block, speed panel, and brick walls, as well as for sealing building surfaces penetrations such as pipes, cable trays, conduits and ducts. Easily applied, it adheres firmly to a wide range of common construction materials, and with excellent flexible properties, water and UV resistance, FirePro is suitable for both internal and external applications. Health-wise, it is non-hazardous, water-based, non-flammable and non-toxic. It also has low VOC rating and is Green Star project compliant. Now let's move on to the application. First of all, as always, is the surface prep. The substrate should be clean and free from any standing water, oil, grease, concrete spatter, dirt, dust, and any other chemicals and general contaminants that can prevent proper adhesion. Remove any contaminants by mechanical means to avoid risk of delamination and adhesion failure, as this will undermine the fire-resistant nature of the product. Next step is priming. Now, over most building surfaces, priming is not typically required due to its excellent adhesion properties, but for highly porous substrates, including blockwork and concrete, surfaces should be primed before application to avoid excessive moisture loss and subsequent weakness in the sealant. And you can contact our customer service team who can advise you on the suitable acrylic sealant to apply to high porosity substrates. And now onto the application. The sealant is available in 600ml sausages and dispensed using a barrel ring. Simply cut one end, slide into the gun, place the nozzle over the cut end, and screw on the cap. Install a suitably sized backing rod to fit the joint width to be sealed, and gun the FirePro FR into the joint space until the joint is completely filled. Ensure there are no voids present in the seal, as this will weaken the joint and again undermine the sealant's fire-resistant properties. Finish tooling the joint within 15 minutes. And immediately wipe up excess material with a damp cloth. Protect from water until suitably cured, which is a minimum of 24 hours, to avoid washout and running of the sealant. Cure times can vary substantially and depend on weather conditions such as temperature and humidity, the porosity of the substrate, and the joint dimensions. Typically, a joint will form skin in 2 to 3 hours and take up to 7 days to fully cure. Joints exceeding 10 to 15 ml in thickness may take longer than 7 days to cure, but can be extended in very cold and humid climates, so keep this in mind when planning your application. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Prep, Set, Go. If you have any questions on the FirePro FR and its applications, please feel free to give our friendly customer service team a call. Make sure to follow us so you don't miss out on our new episodes. And until next time, goodbye.